I was in a car accident back in 2007 when I was 15. At the time, I did not believe in God, and my experience while in a comatose state was absolutely frightening, and frightening in the sense of it just being dark. I interacted with people that were deceased, and when I would try to speak to people that were alive, like one minute they would be talking to me, and the next minute it's as though they saw straight through me. So it was definitely a void feeling, and I was just absolutely lonely. Like 3 years after, now I'm 18 years old, and I had this pain in my chest, and I was having complications breathing. So I went to the doctor on the island, who then sent me into Nassau. Hours in at PMH hospital, I started to feel like my chest tightened. And when this happened, like I stood up, and then it was as though my air passage had gotten blocked. I was like, Mommy, because my mom was there with me, and it got to the point where I dropped down. I dropped to the floor and I gave up. But in that moment, I got so tired of trying. I saw everything around me got blurry, and my mom was screaming, and the sound just came more and more faint. At that moment, like, I realized, I was like, okay, well, this is the end. And this feeling of tranquility just came over my whole body. And I can remember, like, I was so ready for the next phase of life. And a doctor came and he placed the mask over my nose, and I caught my breath. And he told my mom, you were watching her die. So moral of the story is, we ponder death a lot. And a lot of times we associate death with fear or with pain. But what was painful was me trying to continue to live on in this world. And the pain of me trying to breathe and no air coming. Like, when that feeling of peace came over me, it was like, okay, like, I'm ready. And that's very crazy, because I've watched literally my grandma and my grandpa as they transitioned also. And they became one with passing on. And once they did, it was peaceful. Now, when I was in that car accident, the reason why I even mentioned that is because I did not believe in God. I lived a very negative life. And as a result of that, that's exactly what I experienced when I went over into the other realm. But here it is. This time when I was praying to God, while I was going through my trial, I felt peace. Like, that's something to really think of.